Alliance have Luna. I mean, in some ways, Shadow Demon's better.
Yeah, Shadow Demon's not great.
Shadow Demon's better. Do you think Shadow Demon is better versus Luna than he is versus Sven? Because it's
way better.
It's two different aspects, right? Because Purge, you help slow down the Sven and Kite.
In some situations, it might be better, but just like comparing those two, yeah, definitely Shadow Demon versus Luna.
And that's just because our greatest pet peeve right now is that, well, one of our greatest pet peeves is that disruption illusions are just really, really stupid.
Yeah, let's just mouse over it really quickly and take a look. At 14 seconds, and they do 75. It has a 1.5 second downtime.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, yeah, because the banish duration, and then you get the 14 seconds, and then it's up 1.5 seconds. Yeah, so it has like no downtime whatsoever. Absolutely ridiculous. So, CM picked up in the first two, though. This is a bit of a surprise.
This is a surprise. What, I mean, is it just because it's a lockdown versus the Weaver, and we're happy with that for Alliance?
I don't think there's like any specific thing. I think maybe just because there's no real like it can help with the Luna in the lane, as well as benefit with Lunar Blessing, and Arcane Aura is something never to joke about. Helps out everybody, all the lanes completely, and same little bands coming out from Alliance. The Drow Ranger and the Meepo again, not wanting to deal with the
We had a Slardar for 1-2 pickup, right? So they probably did not expect the offlane or the Batrider to be picked up because the offlane was covered. But you have a shocked look on your face, Fogged.
We have not been seeing this. It's been like unpicked, unbanned in so many of these games, but and it's a really good group up hero as well, which is pretty much what SG did the last game. It kind of, yeah, it just leads you into just getting lots of auras and just taking buildings and just running at the opponent. So this could be a really interesting pickup in order to kind of deal with the Luna. This could be their idea.
This attack speed bonus, but it naturally pushes very well. And it also gives you some cover that Abaddon doesn't when it comes to being able to... I mean, I guess it's kind of similar. Abaddon solo can run in really aggressively, not have to worry. Underlord, as a team, they can run in really aggressively because they have that fallback of the Dark Rift. Alliance, though, are going to go for some heavy burst damage. I like the Sand King pickup. It'll be a lot harder to like the Sand King pickup when the Weaver has Lincolns, but early on, very powerful.
I think it's very important that
I mean, that'll be a Veil of Discord alongside a Luna who outputs a ton.
Could this be a support? Maybe? One of the two, right? Weaver or CK maybe?
I think it's CK carry.
Probably CK carry, but I got a little excited. Come on, man. So I was thinking it could potentially just be, he feels like it might have to be, but yeah, more than likely we'll be seeing the Weaver being thrown into the support position. But CK being picked up just makes me happy. I was just like, woo! This is a hero that I love. I love to see it. He's been getting buffs like non-stop, I think, through every single patch. He always
will actually have a lot of value versus Luna's team fight.
And at the same time, just because she can clear illusions doesn't mean like late game. She can get, if she gets reality rifted, she can get one shot in some situations. So maybe they want to pick up a defensive type support coming up for Alliance. Maybe even the Dazzle again. It's been working really well for them. They've even been running the Dazzle Sanking pair duo nonstop. It also kind of, I guess you could say, kind of counteracts the Atrophy Aura anyway, but they go for the Witch Doctor. Still kind of a defensive support. He does have the Voodoo Restoration.
And he's really good versus these tankier heroes, right? Helps you cut down. If SG Esports, I'll leave this option open for you, Fogged. If SG Esports do go back for the Core Weaver and support Chaos Knight instead, that Witch Doctor may be feeling pretty lackluster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we don't really. I still like the Ember.
Yeah, I still like the Ember too.
I'm thinking what else? I mean, it's
Puck, but I think you want something that scales a little bit better.
They could
don't want to rely just on Luna.
They could still go for Limp's TA, right? It's not.
Affected by the Atrophy Aura as much. Refraction, Meld, Strike. Ursa is another good example of that.
Maybe OD. Clear the
OD?
CK illusions even better.
I like that.
I think it's very good. It has high base armor to deal with the Weaver. It doesn't really
Saving
give a
mechanism?
crap. Yeah, saving mechanism doesn't give a crap about Atrophy Aura whatsoever because you're doing pure damage with your Arcane Orb. I think that's a pretty good pick, but they banned out the Ember themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be
I'm feeling
TA or OD, I think, are the.
Oh, we have some stats on Outworld Devour.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I like that. Cool.
Good job, production. Oh, so did you think Leech Commander was...
they did the Limp Tiny. Oh, man,
okay.
I didn't say it this time. I said it every other game Alliance has played except for this one.
Yeah. But I mean, that goes to show how bad of an analyst you are.
Right? It's just awful, man.
The one game.
The one game they actually pick it. I'm trying to... though.
Dat Crag.
Damn, Craggy stuns for 2 seconds now?
But it seems like SG Esports, they were on the mindset that it was definitely some sort of more tankier frontlining type hero that could clear through some things.
Yeah, that's really
the stun and armor.
All right, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, gives more value to an early value level 1 if you want to, because it's 3 armor upgrade on a hero that has no armor at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, like one value point of Craggy actually seems really cool now. Puck.
Yeah, good thing we said Puck.
Of course, CK into Luna, Tiny Sanking.
But it's a single core CK with the push lineup, so that does give it a lot more viability, right? You're just looking to close out the game. You're not thinking about 35 minutes plus. What does our lineup look like?
I'm concerned for SG this game.
Yeah.
Again, I really. Enable the Luna, Sanking, and Tiny to do so much that they could probably get out of control. And I guess the other thing from the Tiny is it gives him another semi-form of initiation in a way once he gets that like blink and just the burst to get in the back line. So, okay. See how it all plays out. And there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. But it does look like they are going to put the Pit Lord in a 1v1 versus Sand King and go for an aggro pressure. They just want to pressure this team. This team just really likes to do that, it seems. EGM gets a D-ward on a sentry, but it is a double value from the Tango, although he tough matchup. This is where it starts to get hard. The first like 2 or 3 levels, Underlord does fine. Once it gets to level 4, where he has 2 in Caustic, 2 in Stun, that's where he puts the pressure on him. But he's still doing great. A 14 and 4 to the 5th. Or they're completely even. I actually did not expect the Pit Lord to do that well.
I mean that, but it's gonna get worse, right?
Yeah.
Level 4, level 5.
Especially with Sand King with CM Aura.
All right, sorry guys. I don't know what's going on with my mouse right now, but it really wants to go to the right direction. If we miss something because of it, it's not my fault. Technical difficulty.
At least for the backup of that, but yeah, it's pretty surprising he didn't do it, just saving, holding on to that point. Bottom now.
Disruption into the bugs, onto Loda. They're actually going to turn for Shadow Demon, and Loda is going to be pulled over, and they do have the 2-second stun. That is easily going to be enough to pick up.
Enhanced way to farm in the later stages on, but he could miss a kill like that. That's very risky.
Yeah.
But as soon as he saw the cask used and EGM using Frostbite, that's his tail to go on Loda. But yeah, the minus armor is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw it. I was just like, oh, Luda's. Can't quite get enough of them. And Yonosaban actually takes a lot of shots from that tower, so that exchange doesn't actually work out for him with all that damage taken in the end. So
okay. I was wondering
gonna head back.
How Tavo restored himself. So he bought a bottle at the side.
Finally does come to some sort of conclusion, maybe with the rotation of the puck.
He needs to rotate. He can't do anything in mid lane anymore.
Yeah.
He can't get any last hits versus Tiny's Grow with the 131 base damage. He doesn't have all 3 spells just yet. He needs another 5 mana. He now has it with that quick restoration from the raindrop.
Limp does have the TP. And you could see Alliance are playing like they know this rotation is coming. They're playing on the hard right-hand side here to stay away from the puck, who's going to try and go for this. And the puck isn't doing anything.
Very good at aggro trialing though, SG. Like the Luna, you'd expect this like triple range trialing to pretty much sustain and give the Luna free farm, but he's actually being pressured. Only 20 CS to the 30 of the Chaos Knight. Because once Luna gets 6, it becomes much harder to do anything mid lane.
Yeah, he got him. Limp with the double damage.
That punch range seemed very far after the jaunt, but wow. Limp picking up a solo kill on the puck as a Tiny. Not something you'd really expect to happen, especially when the puck has a
much. Again, that sneaky magic wand charges may be what separates life and death, and maybe getting a kill for HFN. Limp is going to try and head towards, where's he going? 7.5 minutes in. There's no rune pop. be plenty healthy to try and chase down LOTA, but they would have much rather just gotten that one kill and gotten out with Tavo's life intact. But bad luck when it comes to the Eclipse, it seems.
Yeah, it didn't hit HFN at all for the first three beams, and then he phantasms and he wasn't, actually there.
Yeah.
And yeah, ends up clipping
King
the
RD, careful
pit
there,
lord.
buddy.
That's a big kill for LOTA, because that's a solo pit lord, so he gets 435 gold and a lot of experience for it. Up to level 7 now, 700 gold as well.
Arsenal ready to go.
Yeah, this is scary. Like, Puck, look at Puck's net worth compared to the Tiny Man. 1,700 difference already. That's insane. Limp now going for the aggressive plays already, but it does miss the avalanche on Tavo, who seemed to be aware that something was going on. Just started moving before. 40,000 experience and 1,500 gold for them.
A lot of it comes down to these puck rotations, that Alliance reading them so well. They just simply are not connecting. We're going to see another attempt here. Two-man smoke up. They're going to run his Limp.
Oh.
Somebody throw out that orb.
Them.
Yeah, and Lotus ready to go with the Eclipse too. Nice two-man burrow strike in from Jonas Safon with the freshly picked up Blink Dagger. Managed to get a dunk out from Limp as well. 2 down. King RD will be the only one to escape that onslaught from Alliance. Once again, they seem to read these rotations. They is up on him alongside the Arcane Boots. He's doing what he can to push down these lanes, but actually, did they get to the deny on the bottom tower? I don't remember this tower dying.
Witch Doctor denied it.
Okay. So they didn't even get the 1 tower bounty that should have been. Maybe Limp is going to be caught as well. He doesn't have poison, though, so he's not going to be able to reveal Limp, and the Blink Dagger away will get him the distance he needs to get out of there. HFN successfully...
Very cocky,
yeah,
I have to say.
I was about to say. I'm not sure if it was like... I was going to call it a 6. But it's not looking like it's going to be good enough. Not with the Death Ward out. A little bit of toss action. They get him bottom lane. We missed this one, though. While the action is happening at top and SG were losing everybody. Alliance did drop their Luna HFN in his rotation.
Blinks are finished up. Oh man, did you click on the Weaver's build is very peculiar. I've never seen something like that on a support Weaver actually.
What, the medallion
3
first?
in bugs.
Oh, no. I'm down with 3 in bugs.
No, none in Geminate?
I mean, that's... doing the toss nonsense. And he's running around with this 14 mana regen. He's like, I can't run out of mana. I'm trying to. It just doesn't work.
I got refresher at the end of the game with Dagon, and I couldn't even blow all my mana. Like you just regen so quickly. It's too much. Like it's such a ridiculous amount.
Yep. It's like a whole entire creep wave.
I like this. What Alliance is making sure that they do is stacking Ancients, so at least they have that enable to enhance Lotus farm in that fashion, because CK can't do that. Yeah. He always just needs to kind of farm, and as a result of that, he went and as fat as possible, high level as possible in this game. So going for that, trying to get his talent tree finished up as quick as he can is definitely key.
How are you feeling about this? It is the straight out pipe from Tavo. No mech in between. He's going to go back for the mech, sure. SG a bit too slow to be able to get the catch. 40R, thinking about it. Doesn't actually jump forward. May still catch EGM. He's going to be frostbitten up. Loda puts himself in a position to be able to get that tower, starts right-clicking. EGM is actually outputting a lot of damage with this ultimate.
usually it being 4DR and not really HFN. Usually it's just mostly 4DR. So.
And I think game one they naturally looked a lot better than what we've seen is because it's a fast-paced lineup, right?
Yeah.
It's I think easier to be or the Underlord. I mean, I guess that's the nature of an Underlord when you're not able to push.
When you're not able to just group up and do your thing, definitely
not much.
Inhibits him quite a bit.
Do you agree with the fact that SG Esports have slowed down the game? I mean,
farmy and tanky. Even the supports, 1200 HP on the CM with the Urn and the drums. Same thing with the Hanskin. Drums as well. Wow, they really like their drums. And Jonas as well. 1500, 1900, 1200, 1600. Like all of them are outside of like the threshold of where the puck. Taking a fight at a tower when you have nobody set up is impossible. So this tower tier 2 is going to drop for sure.
TPN from Hanskin, and they are going to follow up with a few more TPs from Alliance. Not going to give the opportunity.
Grabbed. Look at the map. It's riddled with wards and sentries right now. Both teams.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy amount of sentries.
It really is. Look at that. 1,
Like
2,
obsessive.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the bottom, just in that right side by Alliance, while SG has all of theirs defensively placed in their jungle. So both teams, you can see how they are trying to play around it. Alliance trying to play mostly around the bottom right side, while SG is trying to play on the top left. But now they're trying to. Alliance is starting to make that move toward that.
Jungle up here. Centaur Conqueror spots out a couple of SG Esports.
So BKB now finished on the CK. CK is pretty decent farm because of that Midas pickup. So level 16 on him too. Not too. They're looking for something, but there is nothing to catch. Alliance seems to be all grouped up and aware. They are smoked as well.
Surprise tier 1 tower. Good use of the pushing power of the CK.
Will they make it there to defend? It looks like
here, BKB going to be activated. HFN is going to pop the Phantasm, go straight for Tiny. Does manage to get the rooted in. Luna as well. Maybe they can beat him down. Loda's trying to battle it out. The physical damage is too much. He manages to actually win the fight against the Chaos Knight. And now it's just cleanup. You know,
Did he just get? He can't have gotten just completely zoned out by a Sand King.
I don't know.
He used no spells in the fight.
That.
He had everything up, absolutely everything. He didn't use Veil, nothing. The CM full channeled an ultimate. Loda just stood his ground as well. Loda actually dropped to a like 800 HP. I think if the puck was in position.
Phantasm just doesn't seem to be enough. I think he got lucky, too. I think he got the extra proc.
I think, yeah, he had the 3 Phantasm illusions.
Yeah. Oh, 4DR.
Yeah, not too, that seemed very peculiar to me. Buffed it.
Jesus.
It's really nice at the last level because it goes from 3 to 8.
4 to 8?
No, I mean the ally mana region's 3, and yeah, but 4 to 8 it goes from 4 to 8, but like yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Instead, it gets upgraded from double to. Those illusions are going to be extremely powerful. There is that one thing going for SG, at least for the Shadow Demon.
You know what I love about this is these kind of builds on Luna, just the late BKB you can get.
Yeah.
He actually went for 40 Lucent Beam damage instead of... Limp is on the hunt. He's got an Arcane Rune ready to go with the Shadow Blade, about to run in some heroes. Kind of where it gets laid down, but he managed to get the 2-man stun, tosses the Shadow Demon to his death into HFN. Tavo desperately trying to save HFN here with the Dark Rift, but it's
in the first 2, just versus Sky, because he knows the ins, outs, everything about this hero, how to abuse it to the maximum extent.
Weaver Bugs skittering around, feeding gold to Alliance. Nom nom nom. And they're just waiting for their creep wave before they Creep wave.
Not very good at killing the creep wave like that. If you go into the creep wave with the Weaver, though, that's when they start doing, because the Renaissance armor starts to tick up and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
I was expecting a whole lot more when King RD had this plan to, get that next creep wave.
Which is pretty significant. 150 with the 4 bounces as well. And there's not really a whole lot of ways for SG to stop the Witch Doctor channel. It's pretty much just the Puck and like the Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
Like CK is not really going to be.
So indeed, we wait.
We wait for a few more items to be delivered. And Alliance is just kind of chilling out for a bit. They feel very confident in this game for sure. Now BKB finished up finally from Loda.
With that, but the tier 3 tower is dropping low. Alliance will actually give up on it, thanks in part to some of the minus armor. They know the Chaos Knight will be back soon, so they don't want to risk it for a tower. They could throw away their gigantic gold lead if they try and about a lot for tanking against the Chaos Knight.
Yeah. Wait, Shiva's for... Oh, Shiva's on tanking. I was like, Shiva's on Tiny. So
toss back, HFN.
BKB still on cooldown. He's going to get comboed down here. Half a...
In comparison to the Alliance tanky sustain.
Yeah, the sustain is ridiculous just because they have the CM aura on top of the Witch Doctor having the drum. So his Voodoo Restoration is he can just have it on pretty much the entire duration of the fight and still have enough mana for popped on Loda though. This is the safe play. No risk. They don't want to drop this game for sure from Alliance. So as safe as possible they want to play. BKB goes on cooldown. Rose should be respawning in the next minute and a half or so. And Hanskin's got to be grabbed. They will have once they have the Aegis online, they're going to feel much more confident. But now, taking a look at King RD, he does have an Aghanims finished up, and he has a Midas in his quick buy. What the hell?
King RD?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
I mean,
Have any initiation to be able to catch Alliance. 40R, which is a little bit too far back. Nice two-man burrow coming out for Jonas. They're going to actually turn, try and kill the Sand King. Underneath the Pit of Malice, doesn't quite have the damage. Meanwhile, HFN, he's going to pop his ultimate, turns, actually doesn't manage to get the Reality Rift onto the real Luna, turns and help out Limp. Nice use of the ultimate there from King RD. That actually going to help HFN potentially get the kill on Limp, but no, Limp actually gets away barely, as not even the Puck Orb is going to be able to catch him. He jumps out, Limp starts getting the earned heal, and now we are forced into buyback.
Shrine area. It's just a completely segregated fight. You can tell they're not on the same page at all. The Puck comes in super late to help out his CK with the coil. It was absolutely too late. Shadow Demon was forced to use a disruption on a CM, which is definitely not what you want to do. You want to be using that disruption on either your CK or the Luna.
What does teamwork do for you, Fog?
Makes the dream work.
That's true. Wiser words have never been said by Ben Merlini Wu. What is, you get Manta next on Chaos Knight? Is that what you do?
On Chaos Dominator, pick up a last item, and then get that Moon Shard as well.
He's about to get that plus 15 all stats, too.
Yeah, I think he can go for a secondary Butterfly after that, to be honest, because they have no MKB. No one can even build it. CK doesn't build it. Yeah. So double Butterfly will probably be his best decision. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just testing you.
I was like, wait, what?
Alliance.
Now we're going to see the Misclaves not bounce, right?
a second lane, it looks like. Maybe even the full
I think
thing.
maybe even the full thing, yeah. With the sustain from the Voodoo Restoration, the Pit Lord is not able to deter them from doing this, so this should be Mega Creeps coming out for Alliance, and GG should be coming out shortly from SG.
To pick up a couple heroes here. Lim's going to be one of them. He ends up going down, losing that Aegis. They're going to be able to pull out the supports as well. Big question is, can they kill Lim twice? Already locked inside the Pit of Malice. Pops his BKB, trying to get that blink up. Almost has it. Gets an avalanche right in front of his face, and a blink away. It's just not going to happen, sadly.
Yeah. Nice little spell usage there by 40R. He probably gets a very nice Dream Coil combo, but it's very late in the game to be seeing that. He's gotten a few, but not as many as you'd really like him to like to see him get and what they really need.
To know.
It's dude, that's
It's what?
it's 40,000.
You said don't look.
45,000 net worth.
You said don't look.
Oh, 40.
You told me not to watch the horror movie, and then you read me a horror novel. Come on, Yannis.
I'm sorry, dude.
Jesus.
40,000. 40,000.
Coming in with another Firestorm at 45 minutes.
No, they didn't pick up anything. The courier, I guess it must have been just either a misclick or something along those lines, but...
Or maybe he decided... Oh, it's because he decided to go not for Shivas. He's going for Scythe. them to a pulp, and that surely has to be the end of SG Esports' tale here at WESG. They put up a good fight. They made it through their group. They made it past their first series of the playoffs, but when match